Welcome to another game of Tiny Leaders. Our first game of Tiny Leaders was our most popular vid so far, so we'll probably do more of these. This match we're doing a two-headed giant, starting with a life total of 40 for each team. The team on the left is Ty playing Varolz the Scar Striped, and myself playing my Doran the Siege Tower deck. June is on the right of your screen playing Josh's Zozu the Punisher deck. Josh is playing his Animar Soul of Elements deck. Ty and myself win the die roll and go first. He plays Sensei's Divine Top and I Windswept Heath for Temple Guard, dealing us 3 damage. I then cast Mother of Runes. On their turn, June plays a Snow Mountain and Lightning Bolts the Mother. Josh takes 1 damage from City of Brass and casts Birds of Paradise. On our turn, Ty tops during his upkeep and casts Phyrexian Dreadnought, which Ty immediately puts into his graveyard. But think of the scavenge. I cast Slagworm Armor and scry with Temple of Silence. June plays Wasteland, and Josh plays Windswept Heath, and sacks it, paying a life, putting Tropical Island onto his field. June wastes my Temple Garden and casts Goblin Lackey. I play and break Verdant Catacombs, paying a life and putting Forest onto the field. Ty casts Cultivate, getting a Swamp and Forest. I cast Grizzled Grizzled Lion. Josh casts Finehorn Elves on his turn, adding a counter to Animar. Josh then casts Quirion Ranger and returns the island to hand and untaps the birds. Josh replays the Tropical Island and casts Seagate Oracle for 1 mana and adds a 3rd counter to Animar. Josh casts Glimpse of Nature and plays a face-down creature from hand for free, countering Animar and drawing a card from the Glimpse. Josh taps City 4 damage and casts Illusionary Angel, again drawing a card. Josh then attacks for 6 unblockable damage with Animar. Oh, and June casts Spikeshot Elder. So yeah. On our turn, Ty casts Bloodghast and I cast Doran. Holding Abrupt Decay in hand but not sure where to send it, Ty decides to hold on to it. Josh starts the turn by morphing Rattleclaw Mystic, getting 3 mana that he uses to cast Cloudstone Curio, which makes us lose, by the way. Josh then casts Reclamation Sage, and with that on the stack, Ty Abrupt Decays the Curio to stop Josh from bouncing a bunch of stuff, recasting it, and so forth. When the Sage comes in, it blows up my Slagworm Armor. Josh then casts Dreamstalker and bounces Rattleclaw Mystic, tapping it for mana first. Josh recasts Rattleclaw Mystic face down and morphs it again, adding 3 more mana to his pool. Josh casts Genesis Hydra for 8 and puts Spellskite onto the battlefield from his library and shuffles away the other revealed cards back into his library. Josh then casts Brain Freeze with a storm count of 6, targeting me, milling 21 cards from my library. Josh then attacks us for 14 unblockable damage. Ty tops at the end of Josh's turn. I cast Courser of Krufix on our turn, revealing Swords to Plowshares off the top of my library. A fine card, but useless against Animar, as are so many cards. Ty casts Reclamation Sage and blows up Spellskite. I also play Temple of Plenty, leaving Swords on top but gaining 1 life from the Courser. Josh starts his turn with Brainstorm. June casts Ether Vial, who's also still in the game, by the way. Josh attacks with all but 2 of his creatures while June holds back. Ty and I discuss for a while how to block, and we decide to block Animar with Ty's Reclamation Sage, Seagate Oracle with Doran, and then I also double block the Hydra with Courser and Grizzled Leopard. Before damage, June exiles Simian Spirit Guide from hand for a red mana and brute forces the Hydra, making it 11-11 and killing both my Courser and Grizzled Leonardo DiCaprio. We take 13 damage from unblocked creatures. Post-combat, Josh does more tricks with his Quirion Ranger and casts Quickling, returning his Genesis Hydra, and recasts it for 10, putting Raven Familiar onto the battlefield and putting a card into his hand. Ty tops at the end of Josh's turn. Ty casts Glissa the Traitor as a way of dealing with Josh's Hydra, but looking at Josh's board, Ty and I realize that even if we are able to deal with the rest of the board, we still can't block Animar. As a last-ditch effort, Ty casts Merciless Executioner. Unfortunately, Josh does not choose to sacrifice Animar, prompting Ty and I to concede, winning the game for Josh and June. But mostly Josh. Thanks for watching.